Welcome to Latin with Andy, Codebreakers. These videos are to help you follow along with the Codebreakers at-home worksheets, so if you have not downloaded them, please click the link, purchase them, and subscribe so that you can further enhance your Latin experience. Today we're going to get some practice in on translating our forms of sum. Alright, here is the test. Let's see if you can remember what these words mean and give the Latin word for them. What is the Latin word for town? I bet you can guess it. It's my favorite. Oppidum, oppidi. How about happy? This one's an adjective. Laetus aum. How about danger? That's it. Periculum, periculi. What is the Latin word for long? Just stick a nous aum on there. Longus aum. Then we have many. That's it. Multus aum. Good. Bonus aum. How about reward? Primum, primii. And last one, what is the Latin word for great? Magnus aum. Great job, guys. One of the reasons why we have to memorize and copy this chart of sum is because sum is something called an irregular verb, meaning it doesn't follow the same sort of patterns that most other verbs follow that we'll be learning a little bit later. So as we could already see, remember I told you to memorize that OST mustisant. One little irregularity is that it has an M instead of an O, although it would be pretty awkward to say suo. That would be kind of hard to say in a sentence. But if you work and memorize this forms of sum chart, then it will be very helpful because sum is used in a lot of other ways than just by itself. It actually builds on other parts of verbs that you'll learn way later. So work on memorizing these forms of sum. It'll help you greatly. Forms of sum are linking verbs, which remember that means that they work like equal signs. Remember our subject, verb linking, predicate, nominative sentences? Remember, nominative is our cue. It says, that's right. Sum links two nouns together and makes them match in their case. So let's try to translate these two sentences. The first one is sum poeta. Now we have a lot more we can identify about our verb. Let's start with that. It's at the beginning. Looking at that im ending, that means that sum is a first-person singular verb. Now the cool thing is that if a verb is not third person, then you know the pronoun is going to be used in the sentence. So in this case, that's I. So I is going to be the subject of our sentence. I am what? Let's look at poeta. Poeta ends in the A, which means it's masculine singular nominative. Remember, we said subject, verb linking, predicate, nominative. That's why poeta gets to be nominative. So that means we're connecting I and the poet together using sum. So we'll translate as, I am a poet. Number 2, filii sunt agricolae. Let's start with filii. Okay, the ending is just that long I at the end, which means it has two possible forms, masculine singular genitive and masculine plural nominative. The nominative is most likely going to be the one we are using because since genitive is a possessive noun adjective, it doesn't really have anything to modify right now. So we'll use the nominative form. Sunt, we can identify. That, because of the nt, is going to be third person plural. And since it's third person, that means we can swap out the they with sons and then use are. Our last word is agricolae. Looking at that I, we see it could be three possible forms, masculine singular genitive, masculine singular dative, and masculine plural nominative. And look at that, that's the form that matches with our first word, sons, masculine plural nominative. They match in case and in number. Awesome. So we can translate as, the sons are farmers. Awesome. Good effort, Codebreakers. Remember to review your vocabulary cards. Copy the sum chart. It is important, I promise. And remember that forms of sum can go anywhere in a sentence. See you next time.